Hey, welcome back to my channel. And I'm so thankful that you guys came to watch as I go through my WEBS yarn haul video. I linked all of these yarns in the description below, so you can go to WEBS, and if you like that yarn, you can either go to WEBS or check out your local yarn shop. Some of them are no longer available, but I do know that you can find them in those local independent owned yarn shops. So I'm going to go through some of these very nice, very, I don't know, I don't want to say like expensive, because it kind of, you're paying for what you get. And I'm going through each of the different ones that I picked up at WEBS. And if you're not familiar with WEBS, it is a online yarn shop, and it is local to, I think they're in the like Northwest, and I know they have a big yarn store full of these like products that would be sold in your local yarn shop. So I'm going to go through, like I said, I'm going to go through each one that I got, and I'm really excited about a couple of them. And then others, I'm like, I got them and they looked so much better online than they did like when I got them. So I was a little bit disappointed. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and look at, so let me scoot this out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and look at the, let's see, there's like a couple of them I want to like lay out and go over. So let me, hold on, let me get the rest of them. Okay, all right, I got 3 types of Berero yarns from WEBS, and these are all 3 on WEBS website. Some of them are, you want to, like, when you go to WEBS, you want to look for the WEBS discount. It's like a green little symbol, and that kind of like they'll give you a discount the more you buy. So when you do go to WEBS, be ready to like maybe spend spend a good bit so you can get a good discount. They do, I think, 20% and then so on, depending on how much you buy. So you can get a really good deal if you spend that set amount. So look for that WEBS discount. And then also they have something called garage sale, and that's where they're discontinuing and getting rid of yarns. And so some of the yarns that I'm going to show you are no longer on WEBS because either they sold out or they've discontinued that yarn completely. So these ones are actually still on the website, and these are Berero. And I got 2 vintage chunky, and you can actually get these in your local yarn shop. Just call them first and ask. But this one right here, why hello, yes, there's a link to the to this particular yarn. I'm trying to make sure I have the right color name. And then a lot of these yarns are named after things that are from other countries, so sometimes it can be a little bit hard for me to pronounce them. But this color is called cerulean, and this yarn is extremely soft. I was so excited when I got to it. It has these beautiful like blue and grayish colors. It reminds me of like the evening, like ocean, like at night, I guess, where you see some dark grays. And then it also has like some, I don't know if you can see it, but it has like once it mixes with the blue, it almost looks purple, just a little bit, but it's more blue, like bluish gray is how I see it. So this one was super, super chunky. I love that. Here's the information on it. It has acrylic in it, wool, and nylon. And it can be, it says a machine washable blend. I look for that whenever I'm buying a yarn. I also look for chunky because it knits up or crochets up really quickly. And I'll be working with this in a different video showing you how I feel about knitting versus crocheting and how it works up. So this one I was super happy with. All of the Berero, actually, I was really, really pleased with how it felt. It feels very soft. So this was the vintage chunky, and I have another vintage chunky, so I'm going to scoot that one over. The other vintage chunky that I got was Snow White, and this is again a Berero, and I'm going to flip over on the back. And that's the information on the back. It's acrylic wool nylon blend. I think it might be yeah, it's the exact same specs as the previous yarn that I talked about just a minute ago. So there's the information right there. Your knitting needles are US size 10 and the same for the Snow White as well. All right, again, super soft, super pleased with this, and I'll be winding it up with my winder and Swift and recording how I feel about the yarn actually, working up. All right, the other Berbero yarn was the Ultra Alpaca. This one has different, specs on it. It has alpaca. I'm going to go over on the back and look over it. It is super fine alpaca, and this is a wool blend, so it's 50-50, but I thought alpaca was considered wool as well. If you're familiar with alpaca yarn, it is almost as if it has mohair throughout it. So it has like these hairs throughout it. So when you knit it up or crochet it up, you usually end up getting like, this sounds so stupid, but it's you get hairs in your mouth when you were working it up. I always do. And I'm like constantly like pulling it out, but it does make a very nice product. This is super soft. It feels almost exactly like the vintage chunky, but the Ultra Alpaca and the washing instructions on this one, let me see. Oh, it does say in hand wash and lay flat to dry. I'm going to test that out. I'm going to find out what happens. I mean, I know what's going to happen, but this one also machine wash inside out in cold. So that was the Snow White. That was their instructions. So this one tells me not to and to hand wash it. So I don't know if I'll buy another one of these, even though it feels so soft. Okay, it does feel really, really soft. But like I said, alpaca has almost like a mohair feel to, or look to it, like a halo, which is kind of cool, but you end up getting little hairs in your mouth as you work with it. That's how what I've noticed. Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about. So that was the Berbero brand, okay? The next one is Cloudborne. I've been wanting some of this yarn for a while. I've been seeing like videos on it, and it did not disappoint. Like, this stuff is super like plush. This is the Merino Alpaca Sport, and it's color changed. So as you knit with it, this is the one on the WEBS website. And it is, here's all the information on the back. Hand wash normal, do not wring, dry flat, do not iron. Okay, so that's all that information. But it does say that it's superwash merino wool and 20% baby alpaca. That's why it's so soft. Like, this is extremely, extremely soft. And it's light too. So I don't know if you're familiar with sport weight, but sport weight looks like it's really big and like plush. So it looks like it's going to be heavier than it really is. So like, I don't know, when you put that baby alpaca in it, it makes it super light and fluffy. So this is a very like light little hank. So it feels very light. And let me see the knitting needle size. It says US 4. I don't know. You could probably bump that up. But I feel like that way with all sport weight, like I feel like you can do a bigger. Like I feel like this could be like an 8. But maybe you're supposed to knit it tighter because, I don't know. Hopefully I would say this would be like an 8 US, but maybe not. I'm going to try an 8, I think. We'll see. If you're interested in seeing how this works up, I am going to do a separate tutorial where I review how it works up and how I feel with it. And then I'll also add in like maybe a knitting pattern, or not pattern, but a knit stitch or something like that. All right. So there's all the information on this one. The link is in the comments down below. It is still on WEBS website, and I believe that this one is on sale. Let me see. Cloudborne. Yeah, it's normally $30 a skein or a hank, but right now, if you go on their website, it's $15.99. And sometimes those deals, let me see if it has, sorry you guys, I'm looking at my computer too. sometimes the like closeout prices or the discounted ones also have the little web discount down at the bottom, and that means that it will take off an additional 20% if you reach a certain number, like spend a certain amount you spend. Anyways, that one does not. This is just $15.99, which is a great deal for this particular yarn because of the specs on it. I mean, it's all natural fibers. It's got wool and baby alpaca in it. And it does have some hair. Oh no, that's my hair. It doesn't really have the hair that the other yarn had. Like the Baroku, that one definitely has got alpaca all throughout it. But I think the 20% is where the baby alpaca makes it really nice. And also the baby alpaca makes it really fine. So maybe that's why there's not as much hair. The adult alpaca, and it may not be, it just seems like there's lots more like hair sticking out. This one doesn't have any. So it's absolutely, I don't know. I can't stop touching it. So it's so squishy. Okay. All right. So that's Cloudborne. I recommend this one for sure. So what I've got so far is that this one's really, 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 really squishy. I like it. Okay. Now let me see. It says it's super wash. I am gonna knit up a swatch or crochet something up and wash it to see how it reacts in the washer, because it does say super wash. So I'm going to test that one out, even though it says hand wash normal. Okay. All right. That's the Cloudborne. Okay. So I'm scooting on over to the next group, and this is where the disappointment kicked in for me. So, and it may just be I'm not familiar with this type of yarn. This is Josy, and it is no longer on the WEBS website, but you can go online. I think I put a link. It's all gone. It was like super on sale. It was like $4 or something like that. But when I looked, I don't think that was such a great deal. But I did put a link in the comments where you can find it again if you do want to check it out. I was not impressed. The picture showed this being like a big puff ball, and that's what I was hoping I would get, but when I got it, it was so flat. So anyways, like I said, I am not familiar with these fibers mixed together, so maybe that's why I was disappointed, because I'm not familiar with it. In the video, the next video that I'm going to record is me kind of, I think I might crochet with it to see how it works up. But this is what it's made out of. It's 57% alpaca, and that's, that's a good bit of alpaca, but to be honest, like, it doesn't have a lot of hair throughout it. So I'm kind of happy with that. And then this is where I am new. So it says that it has 43% silk in it. And that's the reason why I got it, is because I wanted to try some silk yarn. And, like I said, I'm not super familiar with silk. So if you want to add any comments about what you know about silk, because this one is also calling for, it's only saying you knit with it. I wonder why. I guess you can't crochet, or it's not recommended. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And it's a size 4. And it actually shows the stitches and the rows. And I wonder if it's size 4, like millimeters, or are we talking about size 4 US, which I doubt it's US, because this is a foreign company. Or it's made in Peru. Okay, but that's the information on it. If you want to know how it knits up, because I guess I'm going to have to knit it. No, I'm going to crochet it. I'm going to do both, I think, so I can figure out what exactly this yarn is going to look like. But it does say 4, which I'm sure that's 4 millimeters. Or maybe it's centimeters? Because the centimeter, those are the units right there. Either way, let me know how you feel if you've used this yarn before. Like I said, when I got it, I was kind of disappointed. I thought it was going to be this big, like, puff ball of yarn, like soft. But, I mean, it's still soft. It's really soft. And very, very light. So, anyways, watch that video or comment in the chat if you've used this yarn before and let me know how you feel about it, or if you had the same feeling. All right, the next brand that I'm going to talk about is one that's also sold at my local yarn shop. And I can't remember which, I think I might have, no, actually, no, I've just seen it at the shop. I think I got both of these on WEBS. So this is called Juniper Moon Farms. And I just like the logo. It's super cute. This one is called Stratus. It is on the WEBS website. It is really, really, I mean, it's so, the way it is constructed, it's like got this like tube almost. Yeah, like tubular design. And it's so light and fluffy. I have no idea what I'm going to make with this. All right, I had to talk to my daughter. She's sitting here playing beside me. So this is saying that you could, here's all the information about the yarn. It has yak in it. I think that's funny. I don't know why. It has 10% alpaca, and it does have some nylon. I bet you the nylon is to help keep it like together, like in this, the way they've got this chain construction. I bet you that's what it is. And it has 60% wool. It does say crochet information right there. And it does also talk about a K-hook and 7 to 9 for your knitting needles.
Mom, can we get a think this is not the right one. I think
we are having a discussion about baby dolls right now, so I am going to be right back. Okay. All right. So this is information. It is Pumpkin Patch. It's by Juniper Moon Farms. It is a really cute little company. I've looked it up online. Like, it is very, very cute. I don't remember where they're located though. I think this is maybe it's not US, but either way, I like the Juniper Moon. I like their brand. I have not, like I said, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this. Maybe, I don't know. It's so squishy. I'm going to have to see how it knits or crochets up. But it's so soft. It's plush. It's exactly the way I want it to be when I saw it online. It's exactly what I thought it would be. And there's a lot of yarn in here. There's 142 yards. This one, I think, the Juniper Moon, I'm pretty sure this one was on sale. I'm looking at it now. Yeah, it's on sale for $7.49 right now. This is so stinking cute. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I am going to try it out in my next video. So maybe I'll get some inspiration as I go through it. All right. The other Juniper Moon yarn that I got was a fine, but you can also get the like regular. I wouldn't suggest the fine unless you know what you're going to do with it. But this particular color is just, I love it. It's got blue, gray, and when blue, gray kind of mix together, you almost get like a purpley look to it, but it's still like masculine. I don't know how to describe it, but there's the color. Let me see if I can find the name of the color. And so I can tell y'all. Let me see if I can find that name, because all it has is the color lie. I don't see the name on the actual card. Okay, this color is called Atlantis, and it totally fits the yarn. I mean, it looks oceany, and because it's got the blue, grayish, purple. I mean, it's so soft. It's baby alpaca blend with nylon, and for durability. So the nylon's in there. Like I said before, I think they add that nylon to keep the structure of the yarn, because sometimes when you have just straight up wool or straight up baby alpaca or any type of like very soft wools, it snaps really easily. Sometimes it's not as strong because the hair is not as long, especially when you're working with alpaca. And I think this company is, yeah, it's 75% alpaca and then polyamide. And if I remember correctly, that's kind of like the nylon part. And it's super fine. This I might hold double and just make a shawl with it because it's so soft. I want to wear it around my neck. I am going to tell you right now, it's made in Peru. This is not something that I would throw in the washer. Oh, there's the Atlantis part right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. There we go. There's all the information about this yarn. I don't know if I'm going to throw this through the ringer. I know it's going to be destroyed. I think what I'm going to do is just hand wash it because this stuff is so pretty. And I know this is not on sale. You guys, I know it's not. But I think it has that web discount. I'm going to click on it now. I think it does show the web. Yeah, it does. It shows web discount. And the fine is the 100% baby alpaca that's online now. And it does have the Atlantis color. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Atlantis color is beautiful. WEBS is really nice about zooming in. And if you zoom in and look, it is the same as what I've got. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. It's got purples and blues. Like I said, when you mix that blue and almost gray, it makes it look gray far away, but when you look really close, there's purple in there. But it's still very masculine. Like, you could make this for your husband, I think. So anyways, I love this company. I love the way the yarn feels, and I have not made a product with it yet, but I'll be working on a project pretty soon using this yarn. Okay, all right, I'm moving on. I'm done with my Juniper Moon, and I'm moving on to my other love that I've been wanting to try. And some of you, if you're not familiar with Noro Yarn, after I do this video, you're gonna have to comment whether you buy it or not, because it's really, I got a couple of different kinds, and there's one yarn company, there's one yarn shop in my area, and the lady that owns it, she said that she's allergic to mohair, so she doesn't carry Noro yarns, which kind of bums me out. So I ordered some online. So no matter, this is what she told me, no matter what you buy from Noro, it's all natural fibers. It's a Japanese company. There will be mohair in it, whether it's listed or not. And the yarn is really notorious for their bright colors. And it's usually very natural. So not very natural. It is natural fibers. So I'm going to go through and talk about the first one, which is and this one's not going to be on WEBS. But if you call your local yarn shop, they'll probably have it. It's just that the one that's close to me does not. So all right, you guys, so I had to help my kids do something. So this is the name of the yarn. This is the one that I have. They no longer have it on WEBS. Like I said, you can call your local yarn shop and see if they carry it. The one that's local to me does not, because the woman that owns it, like I said, is allergic to mohair, which really stinks because mohair is really pretty and can be very nice to work with. But there's another yarn shop that is in my area that does carry it, and I think maybe I got this there. Okay, so with Noro Yarn, it is natural. Sometimes you'll get these little blips of thicker portions of the yarn. So, but that's just the nature of it. It's very soft, and it's almost got a golden, it's got yellow throughout and brown. Like when I bought this, I thought of my mom, because she likes those brown, autumn kind of colors. And so that's what this is. But I can't wait to work with it. In fact, I actually started up a swatch just so I could see how it was. Yeah, here it is right here. I didn't knit it. I was crocheting. But this is what it looks like crocheted up. You can see the brown and the yellow. Very fall-like. And it feels okay in my hands. I'm not sure if I'd buy this again, to be honest, because of, I don't know how to describe it. I just don't know if I like it. It's really, really pretty. And maybe if I would have gotten the brighter colored one, it would be nice. But this one, I just don't know. I'm going to make something with it, and then I'll make a final decision. But when I was crocheting it up, I stopped. You can see where I stopped, and I just wasn't in love with it. I just wasn't in love with it at all. So, I don't know. Chloe's sitting here. She's upset with me right now. What do you think, Chloe, about this yarn? Do you like it? No, she doesn't like it. I didn't think she would. The brown it's not really bright. So, like the Noro yarn. But actually, to be honest, the yellow part is extremely bright and colorful. But the other portions kind of dulls it out, which I like. I feel like if I were to make a shawl with it for my mom, I think she might wear it. anyways, okay, so this was the Noro, and let's see.
Mama, how do I make?
All right, I'm going to try to keep going. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this video because my kids are needing me, and I want to make sure I'm available for them. Either way, this was my Noro yarn, okay? All right, the other Noro yarn that I got, and it's still on WEBS, is, and this is the name of the brand. I'm not going to try to say it, you guys. I'm so sorry. But it comes like this. I was disappointed. It just feels like it's kind of like flopped around. I don't feel like as pretty as it was on the screen. But the yarn is actually it has a lot of colors throughout. I would have chosen probably a different color. But of course I chose the yellow because I thought, oh, you know, I'm really drawn to yellow. It has pink in it, has some blue in it. I don't know. I was going to make some kind of a shawl with it. So I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit so you can see all the colors throughout. This was Noro, and there's all the information on it. It's 50% cotton, 30% silk, viscose, and polyamide, which I feel like viscose is a natural fiber made from bamboo, if I'm remembering correctly, and polyamide, I think that is a nylon that's in there. So even though this yarn is listed out here, it has no wool in it. And maybe this is why I'm not quite sure about the yarn, because of the silk, and I've not worked with silk before. But I mean, it's soft, but it's not, it almost reminds me of hemp, the way it feels. And that goes for even the wool. Like, it's not as soft as what I'm used to, but I do know that it's spun naturally. And that might just be how it's supposed to feel or how it should feel, but it's not squishy because, of course, cotton doesn't do that squishy. It's not very elastic. But this, I mean, it's pretty. I just don't know how I'm going to like working with it. And like I said, I'm going to do another video after I've kind of worked up a few swatches to show you, like, or give you kind of like some information on that. But this is the yarn that's on WEBS right now, and it's still pretty. It's really pretty. It's a lot of yarn too. Like, it's a lot. I remember reading it going, oh my gosh, that's a lot. And it's not on sale anymore. It was 50% off, but now it's back to like the $44. I'm trying to see. I don't see where the yardage is on there. Oh, it's 600 meters. And it's 200 grams. So that, I mean, that's a lot, I guess. I mean, it's a lot of yarn. It is. And it keeps going, I feel like. So I got two of them. I got the yellow and I got this like black. I like the black. Like, it almost reminds me of the yarn, the way it looks, the one from Hobby Lobby, the black one with all the colors throughout it. But this one's more of a I don't know, almost like, it looks like tweed, but it's not. You can tell that they're spun around the colors like the black is. And let me get it to zoom in so you can see those colors. They're nice and bright. If I were to buy more, it would be the black one. It would be that. And I have the actual names of the colors, but there's the lot numbers, and this is all the information on the back. And it's so much yarn. It is a lot. I think I could probably make a shawl with each ball. Okay, it's coming undone. And I don't know. It doesn't, it's like I said, it feels like a hemp almost. And I feel like that might be the silk in it that makes it kind of rough, which I thought silk was going to be smooth and silky, but it's not true. I looked at some reviews and they said the same thing. So maybe the silk just adds like a different texture to it. Okay, so those are my Noro yarns that I got from WEBS. All right, I'm getting close to being done. Let me see what I'm looking at now. All right, so this one is another brand I was looking forward to getting. Let me see. I think I had gotten, I might have missed a ball or a skein that I had gotten from WEBS. I'm trying to look and see. Okay, this is an Italian brand. I thought I had another yarn by this company, but I guess I didn't get another one. And I'm kind of like looking around. I could have sworn I had gotten another one like this. Okay, so this is linked though in the description, but it's a different color that's on sale on WEBS. And I've been wanting to get a yarn like this for a while because I feel like it's gonna be sort of like the I Love This Cotton or something similar to it, where it knits up or it crochets up and you can see the definition of the work really well. That's what I'm predicting because I'm looking at the yarn and that's what makes me think of, like, it's a very, very structured yarn. Okay, and so let's look over it to figure out why it's like that. But this one is called Marmo, and I'm not saying that right, I'm sure. But it is got some amazing colors throughout it. You've got some blues, purples, reds, pinks, and it's just really pretty and it's very bright. So, like I said, this is I believe it's an Italian company, but it's made of cotton, 50% cotton, 50% acrylic, and it's giving the suggested gauge and needle size. So, yeah, it's 7 to 9. That's what I would predicted it to be. And the cotton and the acrylic together, I think it's going to make a very pretty, like a beautiful shawl, or I don't think I would do like a garment or clothes with it. Maybe a tank top, summer top. Ooh, I could make a summer top with it. Now I think that's what I might do because I think I have enough to make a tank top. So this one is 7 to 9 US needles, and then for your crochet hook, it looks like it's a K. So that's the information right there. And there is the name of the yarn and the lot. Donna Rose is the name. And this one is not on WEBS anymore. I feel like they were discontinuing it. And that's the price online that's linked to the other yarn that's it's the same yarn, but it's a different color on WEBS, and it is $7.99. They're clearancing it out. So if you want this or you want to try it, you better go get it now. But this is a really pretty yarn. It's not soft, but it's like a cotton. It's a cotton. If you're familiar with cotton, it's like a cotton, but it's not that soft cotton. So I wonder what type of cotton they use, but I think maybe the acrylic also within it. It's not real soft, but it's very sturdy. So I feel like I could make a project or even a bag. A bag might be good. It reminds me of a bag, like a beach bag or something. So I've got some ideas running through my head with this yarn. I think it's going to have to be a bag because of the way the yarn feels. It just feels like it's so sturdy. It's going to last. I love it. Okay. All right. So moving on, I'm going to go ahead and show you the last. I think this is the last one. And this was the cone. Now, I bought this cone I had ideas of maybe dyeing some yarn with some natural, like, colors. I watched a video that someone had posted about dyeing yarn and I just kind of got inspired by it, but I don't think I'm going to do that anymore with this. Okay, so this one I have used, and I've opened it, but it actually came like this. This is called Huntington, and it's natural. And I put the link in the description below. You can click on the link. This does say that it's almost $90 a cone, but I did not pay that. It's a superwash merino wool, 75%, and it's 25% nylon. And it's a fingering sock weight. I feel like this is I feel like it's a good deal when you put it with the web discount. So, like, there's only 2 in stock right now. I wonder if everybody, because before there was like over 10. So when you put it in your cart, they actually take off $18 with the web discount. Like almost, let me just make sure I don't have anything else in my cart. Yeah, I don't. So really, when you add it to your cart, if it's still on the web discount, you only pay $70 around $72 for it, but the more you add to your cart, the more discount you get. So I think I only paid like $60 for this. And it does give you it's 2 pounds of the superwash merino wool. But what I like about it is that you can dye it. You can sell it. So it's a lot of options with this yarn, and it's very similar to the yarn at Hobby Lobby or any craft store where you're using sock or fingering weight merino. The only problem is with this yarn is that it doesn't give me the same light feeling, and I guess that's because of the nylon in it. It's not very like stretchy like what I would think that superwash merino would be. It almost is like, maybe it's the nylon. I just don't get the same feel. And I've already used some of it right here, and I wanted to make like a big blanket, like a granny square blanket, and using some white in there to define some of the colors throughout the blanket. So I was just crocheting this up the other day, and I feel like it's not as soft as superwash merino wool is normally. So it makes me question, like, is it the nylon in it? Or is it the fact that, I don't know, maybe it's not superwash. I don't know, but it says it is. It's 75% superwash. Now, another thing is too, I do believe if you want to dye it, I don't know if superwash takes the dye as well as just regular wool takes the dye. So you may not even be able to dye it. I don't know. I'm not real super familiar with dyeing or hand dyeing yarn. But I do know that I will use a lot of white up. And especially if it's superwash, that means it can be washed in the washer. But I will be knitting up a swatch and showing you the before and after of this particular cone. First cone purchase, I feel like it's okay. I'm all right with it. It doesn't feel as soft, so I was really disappointed in that. As soft as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be this like beautiful white yarn, and it's really just feels almost rough as I work with it, which is disappointing to me. May not be as rough as I think. I'm just kind of complaining about it. So things that I would recommend buying if you like working with wool products, I would absolutely, I don't think I'd buy the cone again. So I'm not going to recommend that one, but I am going to say the Berbero brand is really nice. I would recommend that. It's not as expensive as the other brands. Like this is $13, but I had the web discount and $9.50. And usually this brand is in a local yarn shop that you can purchase it, or you can purchase online. I would absolutely, you are going to have to try Juniper Moon. This is beautiful yarn. I love the way it feels. I can't wait to work with it. So I'm absolutely going to recommend these two. Just based on touch, feel, and what I expect to work with. Also the Cloudborne, I'm sure if you are an experienced knitter, you probably have already purchased this. I would have to say if I were to go back in time, I would have bought the Juniper and the Cloudborne and have been happy with my purchase. The other ones, I don't know. Like I am kind of happy about this one, the Marmo or something. It's an Italian brand. I'm wondering how it's going to knit up, but these two right here are what I would have just purchased. And then maybe this one as well. But the other brands like the Noro, I was a little disappointed in the Noro yarn. Like I got all worked up on it. Like I thought it was going to be great, and then I got it, and I think it's probably because I did not get the bright colored ones. Maybe let me know in the chat if you've purchased it and love it. Otherwise, I feel like it's overpriced for what it feels like to me. But maybe I'm wrong. Okay? But for me personally, I would choose, these are probably my favorite right here, these four. Okay? So if you're familiar with Cloudborne, this was the brand, and you can go back through the video, but I really like the way this feels. I would probably order more of this. But let's see. I mean, maybe I'll go through and knit it up or crochet and change my mind about it. All right, thank you for joining me. Again, this is a WEBS review on their shop, on their ordering. Also, I want to say, if you go to WEBS and you order, one thing that I remember feeling a little bit nervous is that I spent a lot of money online, and it just took I'm impatient when it comes to ordering. It just took a long time for the process to go through, for them to go, okay, here, your order's in the mail. Like, it just felt like it was almost a good month before I got my products. And by then, it was in the middle of the school year, and I forgot I ordered them, to be honest. But thank you for joining my channel. Thank you for coming and watching my videos. If you like my videos, please subscribe, ring that bell, and follow my channel, and I will absolutely add more videos to it. And like I said, thank you for joining me, and happy crafting.